Hello everyone. So this is Aparna here. I will be handling the session today. Hope you all can hear my voice. Are you all able to hear my voice? Okay, thank you. So this session will be recorded and also all will be muted during the sessions. When the session is over, we can discuss the doubts. So okay, fine. So I am turning to the sessions. I hope you all are able to see my screen even. So the one you see in the screen right away. Sorry, are you not able to see my screen? Hope you are all able to see my screen. That is the login page of Fedena. Okay, good. So I'm starting the sessions. Okay, the one you see in the screen, as I said, this is the login page of our application, Fedena. This is the login page for all the users like parents, students, employees, and admin. The user and we have a default username and a password. So to start the sessions, I will log in as an admin and explain you the features of our application. So I will just log in as an admin. And the default password will be admin123. BLC, can you please check your microphone settings? Just check it whether you had enabled for mic and speakers, not for telephones. Under the audio settings, just check it whether you have enabled for mic and speakers, not for telephone. If you are not able to hear through speakers, can you just connect to your microphones or headphones and check the same? Okay, sorry for the delay. So I am continuing again. So now I think you can see the dashboard of our application Fedena. So now on the screen you can see the dashboard of our applications. You can see the iconic views of the different modules like admission to finance sections, and the nav links like the short links to the dashboard, student links, setting sections, timetable sections, and the various other arrow modules will be available under the option More. You can also see the options like messages, which directly link us to the messaging system of the applications, direct profile link, that is you can see the user profile directly by clicking on the username on the right top, and also a logout sessions. There is also a search action where you can search any students, any actions, any modules using the same search button. So to start with, I will go and start with from the setting sessions. In the setting section, the first one you have to go for is the general settings. You can see various other options like manage course and manage paths, students categories, subjects, SMS module. But to begin with, the first option we have to go for is the general settings, where we set the different the general configuration related to the schools or colleges. If we go and click the option, you can see where we have to fill different details like school or college names, school college address, fonts, the student attendance type. Our application mainly runs in two types of attendance, that is a daily wise attendance, where the attendance can be taken for the forenoon session and afternoon sessions, whereas the next one, that is a subject wise, where the teachers can mark the attendance for every hours of subject. And then you have to enter the finance year start date and end date. You can set the language, that is admin can set the default language for the application. Our application is available in 13 plus languages for now. You can set the time zone, you can set the country, you can set the currency type. If you also want to upload the school logo, you can upload the school logo. The dimensions are defined, that is 150 by 110. If you want to set the network state, that is our application is available in online and offline. Online means it's more versatile, that is you can use SMS module, you can use email settings, etc. And that is a third-party plugins can be integrated if it is in an online state. Else if it is an offline state, you won't be able to integrate with the third-party sections. And including of the grading systems like CCE, CW and GPA, you can include the grading system. And if you want to integrate the application with Moodle, you have to just provide the Moodle URL here. And if you want to select the theme, you can select the theme. Our application is now available in 6+ theme. And the next option, that is enable of auto increment of student admission number and employee number. This is when consider when a student is admitted with a number 01, and the next time when you admit the next student, it would be automatically incremented to 02. So if you want to enable that process, you can enable the option here. And enable first time login change password, that is whenever a user log into his account, if he directly want to change the password the first time he logins, you can enable the option. And enable oath, that is if you want to integrate the application with Google accounts, that is if you want to use the Google accounts to log into the application, you can enable the oath. And once you have done this configuration, just go for the option update so that it can be reflected in the other parts of the application. So the first option we have to do is the general settings under the setting modules. And the next one in the setting sections we have to go for is the manage students category. The benefit of managing student category is that in many cases, in many institutions and colleges, we have different types of student categories, like maybe it is a general category, whether it is a residence, local residents, merit students, etc. So that while during the student admission, you can admit them to different categories. Or else while creating the fees for the students, mainly there will be different fees for different categories of students. In that case, you can create the new students category here and save it. Once you save it here, these categories will be shown under the admission module, under the fees creation, etc. And the next one is the manage course and manage batch. This is the option from where we create the different types of courses or different types of batch available in the institution. So the first one you have to go for is the manage course. We can see a list of courses created like basic human resource course 1, semester 1, or different types of courses. This is the rough data. You can just have an overview about the different types of courses that can be created using the application. For an example, consider if you want to create a new course, go for the option new on the right top. Again, you can see the different types of fields. First one, that is a course name. Consider if I want to create a course like maybe this is the course, and the section name can be first year or anything. It can code means it should be unique. And set the grading system and the initial batch details. Usually it will be 2013, 2014, etc. and give the start and end date. And just go for the option save. And now once you have created, you can see that is the Bachelor of Chemistry first year. This is the course you created, and now under it you can see the first batch, that is the new batch you have created, that is BSc Chemistry first year, that is 2013 to 2014. And in the coming year, that is next year, if you want to create a new batch, that is 2014 to 2050, just you have to go for the option new here and directly create a new batch. You need not create the course, but you can create as many number of batches under a particular course. And under the option manage batch, you can create, you can see what are the different active batches under a particular course, how many students have been admitted. For example, if I go for the option computer science engineering semester 1, I can see what are the active batches under that particular batch for now. If I click on the batch name, I can get a list of students who is admitted to this particular batch, the examinations that were conducted under that batch. If I want to edit any details, I can edit any details here. Or else if I want to manage the particular subjects for this batch, if I want to assign a new tutor for this batch, I can use the same option. So manage batch option helps us to manage the batch and the different details related to the batch. Also, in the manage batch, you have an option that is a batch transfer. That is considered towards the end of the academic year. If you want to transfer the students from 13 batch to a 14 batch, that is a next academic batch, you can use this option. That is one click option where you can select the student, those who should be transferred, and then save it. And now the other options in the settings section, that is the manage manage subjects. So this is the place where we add different types of subjects to different batches in under a particular course. So we can see how we can add different types of subjects. So go for the option manage subject and select the batch. For now, I will just go and select the batch I just created, that is BSc Chemistry first year 2013 to 14. And you can see there are two options, that is adding a normal subject and adding an elective group. The theory behind the adding of the normal subject is that consider you have 30 students in a batch. So all the 30 students should study or should mandatorily go for the normal subjects. that is consider, for example, if it is a mathematics or chemistry or something, those subjects will be mandatory for all the students in that particular batch. Whereas in the elective group, that is, the students can choose the area of specializations, that is consider, for example, take an elective group which consists of two subjects. One is dance, another one is music. So some students, a few students in that particular batch will go for the option music, whereas a few students will go for the option dance. In that case, if you want to create few subjects where the students can elect a particular subject under a particular group, you can go for the option new elective group. Or else, if that subject is mandatory for all the students in that particular batch, you can go and create a normal subject. To create a normal subject, just click on the add normal subject and you will get a pop-up window where you can enter the name of the subject, code of the subject, and maximum weekly classes. For now, I will just create few subjects. A subject code, maximum weekly classes. This will be calculated in the timetable sections. And no exam, that is consider, for example, subjects like music, art doesn't require examination. In that case, you can tick for no exam so that those subjects won't be listed under the examination section. So go for the option save and you can see the listed list of saved subjects. I will also show you an example where how you can create the elective group. Just go and give an elective group name and save it and click for the group and add subjects into it. For example, as I said, let me add music or something. This is some rough data. No examination means click for no examination and then save it. And you can add as many of subjects under a particular elective group. And you can also see an option add students, that is, if consider a particular student in that particular batch want to select music, just go for the option assign student and tick for the student and save it. So that that subject will be assigned to that particular student. This is how we create different types of subjects for different groups, sorry, different batches. And also the subjects can be imported between the batches. That is consider now the subjects are created for 2013 to 2014 batch. Consider you create a new batch, that is 2014 to 2015 in the next year. In that case, you can import the subject from 2013 to 14 to the next batch, that is 2014 to 2015. But you cannot import the subject between the courses, that is, the subjects of Bachelor of Chemistry cannot be imported to Bachelors of Physics or something or different any other courses. And the next option in the settings section is add admission additional details. This is used for the student admission, that is, in some schools we will be asked some extra details. We need to fetch some extra additional details from the student apart from the default fields available in the admission module. In that case, the admin can create the different additional fields, like as you see in the screen there are few options, whether it's a passport number or a passport expiry date, whether the medical test has been done, or etc. You can create any type of field, whether it's a text box field or select box field or check box field. You can create any types of additional fields, and these fields will be asked during the student admission section. And the next one, that is an SMS module. The unique feature of our application is that our application can be integrated with the SMS system. That is, once this is actually a third-party plugin, you have to buy the license from the SMS API providers. They will be providing you a username, password, URL, and a center ID. So you have to integrate those details with the applications. So, and the benefit of integrating with the SMS system is that you can send SMS to the cell phones of students, parents, and employees on various occasions. Like for example, whenever a student admission is done, they will be notified to their cell phones. Whenever an examination is scheduled or the results are published, again the SMS can be sent to both the students and the parents' mobile. Whenever a student is absent and that absent is marked in the register, again the SMS can be sent. And whenever an event is published, you can do the same. Using the application, now you can send SMS to the parents, students, and employees. So this is about the setting session. As I said, this is the most important module in the application. The first option where you have set the general configuration, that is general settings. Next, I showed you how you can create different types of courses. Meanwhile, I also made you go through the managing of the students category and how to add different types of subjects for different batches and student admission additional details. So once you have done the setting session, now you can go for the student admission. And next one, we'll go for the admission of students. That is the admission module. We will see how we can manually admit a student to the applications. So first, we'll go for the admission. So this is the page where you can see the default fields required for the admission of a student. And the first field, that is the admission number. We have to note that the admission number of every student should be unique, because the admission number entered here turns to be the username of the student. That is, consider I'm going to admit the student with HIT004, so that in case if the student wants to log into his account, his username will be HIT004 and the default password will be HIT004123. The student or the user can change the password once they log into the application. And also, the parents login username, that is account username, will also be dependent upon the student admission number. That is, consider the parent of this particular student have to enter a small p, that is a p, HIT004 will be the username and the default password will be p, HIT004123. So the student admission number should be unique, and the admission date, first name, to which course or batch he should be admitted, select from here. Blood group can be selected, nationality, and managing of the students category. We can select the category. These categories were added under the settings of manage student category in the setting module. You can give the contact details. If you want to upload the user photo, you can upload the user photo, etc. So this is the first page of the student admission. The second page, you have to enter the parents or the guardian details. For example, the parents' contact details can be given. And if you want to add the another guardian details, that is, now you have added the father details. Now if you want to add another student, another guardian details, you can go for the option add another guardian, or else go for the option finish. Select one for the emergency contact, because all emails and SMS will be sent to this emergency contact a guardian. This is the previous education details. If the student have previous education or school details, you can enter it here, or else go for the option skip. And this is the additional field, as we have created so many fields in the setting sessions under the option and admission additional details. These fields will be asked in the admission section. And once you have completed the 3 stages, now you can directly get into the student's profiles. So this is a student profile where you can see the details. If you want to get into the student's academics or attendance reports, you can directly go to the reports from the student's profiles. If you want to check the guardian details, you can check the guardian details. You can send emails to the parent and students using this option. And if you want to delete the records, you can delete, or else if you want to check the other features like student fees, the hostel details, library details, or transport details, you can go for the option more and check it out. So the student profiles give you direct link to so many other options like reports, fees, etc. And now there is other options for student admission also. This is the manual way of admitting the students according to the core modules. Now you have the different types of add-on modules like data import and custom import, where you can have a bulk import of the student data. That is, using a CSV files we provide you, you can upload the students data in bulk. That is an add-on modules which will be discussed tomorrow. For now, under the core module section, this is the manual way of admitting a student to a particular batch. Yes, we can upload the students' photos. As I showed you the first page, you can see an option where you can upload the student's photo. And the last, that is the uploading of the user photo. You can see upload user photo, that is 500 KB max. You can choose files from the system and upload it. I will explain you how we can see the fees reports from the students' profiles. Once I get into the student details and once I manage, we have a different sections, that is the fees from the finance sections. So once the student pay the fees from the finance sections, it will be updated in the student's records. That is, from the student's profiles, we can see whether the student have paid the fees or any due fees are there from the student's profile. Also, we have a tally exports where you can export the details, where you can sync the application with the tally. That is, you can integrate the application with tally It actually comes as a third-party plugin, that is a Tally Export plugin, which is an add-on module and a plugin in our applications. So I'm moving forward with the student details. This is a small module where you can search the student details. That is, consider I just created a student. If I want to search the student, I can use two criteria, that is using the first name, that is first three letters of the first name. We can search the student. Also, we can search the student using the admission number. That is, I just entered the first three letters of the student's first name. If it is a case of student admission number, I can also search the student using the student admission number. So this is from here. If I click on the student's name, it will be directly forwarded to the student's profile, from where we can check the different details. And also we have an option advanced, from where we can have a different types of search. That is, if you want to search the students from a particular course, you can select the course and search the student. Or else, if you want to search the students using a different types of categories, you can use the categories and then select. Or else, if you want to select the former students, you can go for option former and search. So you have an advanced version of searching the students using the option student details module. For now, there is no option to search the student using the telephone number. And the next option I will go for, that is the human resource section. Yeah, this is how we can search for the students using the option student details. And now that is a human resource section. This is a section from where we can, which is exclusive for the students. Sorry, exclusive for the employees or the staff of the institutions. So the first one, you can see the different options like certain sections, employee management, employee leave management, creation of pay slips, and two options, that is an employee search and employee pay slips. So the first one we have to go for is the settings section. Here we can see so many options like adding of employee categories, adding of employee positions, departments, grades, payroll categories, bank details, additional details, etc. So these fields are required for the employee admission. So the first one you have to do is HR settings. So the first one, that is adding of an employee category. Mainly there will be two types of employee categories in every institution. That is a teaching category, maybe a board of directors, or non-teaching categories, etc. So you can see a few types of rough data, means a few examples of different categories. Just you have to give the name, give a prefix, and then create the two types of categories or employee category present in the institution. And once you set the category, next one is an employee position. There will be different types of positions according to the different categories. Like for an example, take the position of senior teacher. They comes under the employee category, that is teaching categories. So you can give the name and select the categories and then create. Or else if it is security staff, he belongs to the non-teaching category. So you can choose the non-teaching categories and then go for the option create. You can see some list of active positions, that is directors, HOD, lecturers, office staff, principals, professors, etc. So you can create different types of positions and do different types of categories. So after adding the position, the next one is adding of the department. We can see so many different options, like it depends upon the institutions. If it is a school, mainly it will be a primary department, secondary department, higher secondary department, grade 1 department, etc. Or else if it's an institution, you can see computer department, hardware department, chemistry department, or maybe physics, MBA. So there will be different types of departments. You can give the name, a department code, and then could go for the option create. The next one, that is the employee grade. This is the place where we can set the hierarchies of grades of teachers. That is, for example, grade A, that is the highest levels of employee, mainly consist of the board of directors, the admin, dean, etc. So they can be given a grade A and they will have a priorities, and maximum period per day and maximum period per week means these two fields are usually calculated using for the timetables. That is considered a grade A teacher who belongs, that is consisting of the board of directors. They will be having minimum maximum period per day, that is maybe maximum period per day they will be having 1 hour classes, or for a week they will be handling 3 to 4 hours of classes. So you can set it. Whereas the grade B or grade C, which consists of the teaching categories like professors, lecturers, they will be having maximum period per day as 7 to 8, or maximum period per week to 18 to 20. So you can set the fields here, and while admitting the employees, you can admit that particular employee to a particular grade or particular hierarchies. So you can just give the name, give the priority, give the maximum period per day and period per week, and go for the option create. And the next one, that is the adding of payroll categories. This is the place where you can see where the salary details or the pay stub details are, pay stub categories are created. You can see two fields, that is the earning fields and the deduction fields. You can see few options for the earnings like basics, allowance, HRA, travel allowance, and also the deductions like PF, tax, etc. So what you have to do is just create a name. If you want to search, assign some percentage, consider is a mobile allowance. It's a 1% of basics or something. You can set the percentage and then create. If it's a deduction, you can go for the option deduction so that it will be entered under the deduction table, or else if it belongs to the earning categories, you can just go for the option create. So you can create two types of fields in the payroll section, that is a earning section and a deduction section. And the next one, that is a bank details. Consider if the admin want to fetch the bank details for the employees, so they can create the fields like bank account number, bank name, so that these fields will be asked during the employee admission. And next one, add additional details. This is the same as student, that is if you want to fetch the extra details like license number, passport number of the employees, you can create the fields here, and again these fields will be asked in the employee admission module. So once you have done the HR settings, next one you have to go for the employee management, where you can see two options, that is employee admission and the employee subject association. So we can see how we can admit an employee to the using the application. First, go for the option employee admission. You can see the first page, that is step 1. You can note the employee number. This should be also unique because employee can log into his account using the employee number. For this employee number, it is F006. So the username will be F006 and the default password will be F006123. The employee can change the password once they log into the application. So give the joining date, the first name, to which department, which categories, to which position, which grade, we can set it. His job title, qualification, experience info, his personal details. If you want to upload the user photo, you can upload the user photo here and go for the option save. This is the first step, and the second step means you have to enter the contact details like home address, office address, his contact details, etc. Step 3, this is the bank details. I have already created these two fields in the HR settings. You need to enter it or else you can skip it. And additional details again. And this is the setting of privileges for the employee. That is mainly our application have 5 sets of privileges. That is administration privileges, student management, system settings, academics, and social activities privileges. So the admin can give any type of privileges. For example, if this employee is to be assigned the task of student admission, he can come here and give the privilege of admission so that this particular employee can manage the student admission. Or else if he is going to control the examination, he can be given the examination control or any other social activities or system settings. So this is the page where where an admin can set the privileges for a particular employee. Once he has set it, go for the option C to get the next one. So step 5, that is a reporting manager. That is, every employee will be having a reporting manager. For example, if this particular employee requires a leave, he will be applying for his reporting manager, where the reporting manager can approve or reject his leave application. So you can search the name for any employee, just click on name and go for the option save and proceed. And next you will be given a page where you can enter the details. And you can finish it and you can see the employee profile. You can give search any other details like profile details, his salary details, his leave details, or any other options using the same, that is the employee profile. So this is the manual way of admitting an employee to the application. So once the employee admission is done, next one I will show you how you can associate this particular employee with a particular subject of a batch. Go for the subject employee association, select the batch. Let me select the chemistry batch I have just created and go for the option chemistry basis. Now if I want to assign that particular employee, just go and select the department, and if I want to assign this Farouk for this particular subject, click on assign. So once I assign a particular employee to a particular subject, the benefit is that the admin need not give any special privilege to manage that particular subject. This particular employee will get the control over the subject. That is, now he can enter the marks for the examination. He can create assignments for this particular subjects, etc. Creation of the reporting manager is simple. Like, for example, consider if I just want to check who is the reporting manager of Mr. Farouk. I will go for it. That is, you can see this option. That is, what you have to do is actually just search by the name. That is, consider if it is an admin or it's a particular, if you want to enter any other employee has as a reporting manager, you can just go for the name and search it, whether it is any other employee name, and then click on the employee name. That is, consider the current manager is Aparna. If I want to change it to the admin, So if I want to change the admin as his reporting manager, just type search by the name and click on the employee name so that it will be automatically selected, and then go for the option save. So this is how we can create a reporting manager for an employee. And the next one in the human resource section is the employees leave management. This is consider if I want to admin first add different types of leaves an employee can take. That is, you can say different types of leave, that is annual leave, casual leave, emergency leave, exam leave, medical leave, or anything. If you want to create different types of leave, so that whenever an employee want to apply for the leave, he can choose which leave type he want. Whether if it's a casual leave, he can select the casual leave and apply for it. And if it is for emergency leave, he can apply for the emergency leave. So the first, the admin want to come here, give a leave name, his leave code, a maximum leave count, how many emergency or casual leave can be given, and then create. And this one is the attendance register. This is consider if I want to get the department computer department's attendance register. So I will get the attendance register. Consider if any employee is on leave without a prior notification. That is, actually the rule is first the employee want to apply for the leave from his account, which will be approved as a reporting manager. Consider this particular employee didn't notify an admin or any user privileged employee want to manually mark the absent for that particular employee. Just go for the attendance register, click on the date, and you will get a window. And then give the name and a reason, and then go for the option submit. So you can, this is the way how we can manually mark the absence, or else the other way around, where the employee applies for the leave and when his reporting manager approves the leave, it will be automatically entered in the register. This is the case when the employee is on leave without any prior notification. Or else afterwards, if I want to delete this leave, we just click again on it, and I have an option delete, where I can delete this marking of the absence for that particular employee. And next one, that is the attendance report. If I want to get the attendance report, just go for the option, select the department computer, and I can get the list of different types of leave the employee had taken. That is, if I want to see what are the three leaves that is taken by the employee Karthik, I will just click on the name. I can see what are the different leaves he had already taken. That is, he had taken leave on 28th, 21st, 22nd, and what are the different total casual leaves, total medical leaves, etc. I can get a total leave count from the same, that is attendance report. For now, this is the okay, this is the same for the students event. I will explain you when I get into the students admission. And employee leave management, reset leave means if you want to reset the leave count for any employee, you can use the option reset leaves. And next one, that is the creation of the payslips. Actually, payslip management in the application are of two steps. That is, first one, that is the creation of the payslips, and next one, approval of the payslip. The creation of payslips is available in the HR module, whereas the approval of the payslips is available in the finance module. Actually, in normal cases, the HR, whoever is handling the HR, will be creating the payslips towards the end of the month. That is, if you want to create the payslip, go for the option create payslips. You can get, if you want to create the payslip individually for employees, go for the option select employee. That is select the department. Consider if I want to add a special allowance for Mr. Farouk, I will just click on it. And in case if I want to create any new categories, that is consider. So this is how I can manually create a new categories and then create it. Or else you have another option where you can create the payslip for all the employees with one click. That is, go for the option one click payslip generator and then go for the option go. So this is the how where you can create the payslip for all the employees with one click. Or else if you want to revert the action of creating of the payslips, you can use the option one click payslip revert. And as I said, this is the place where you can create the payslip, whereas the next phase, that is approval of the payslips, is done in the finance section. In case any employee's payslips is rejected from the finance sections, those rejected employee payslips will be available under the option rejected employees. So these are the four options under the create payslip. That is, to create the payslips, you can use the two options, that is for individual employee, you can go for the option select employee, or else if it is a one click, you can create the payslip for all the employees, or else if you want to revert the action, you can revert the action. And rejected employee means whose payslips are rejected from the finance sections will be available under the option rejected employees. We have an option where you can import the payslips details of the employees, but actually we have a CSV format where you can download the CSV format, feed the data into it, and then import the data to the application using the custom import plugins. And next one, employee search and employee payslips. Employee search means, as I said, a student search where you can search the details for the employees. Just you have to enter the first name of them, first three letters of the first name of the employee or employee ID, and just click on the name and directly go and view the employee's profile. So employee search, advanced search, where you can search the different types of employees using the categories, positions, departments, etc. You can have an advanced search. And employee payslips means if admin want to see what is the payslip generated for any particular employee, if you want to view it, he can view it. That is, if I want to see what is the payslips created for this particular employee, just can go for the option view and I can see what is the payslips created for payslip generated for that particular employee for that particular month, etc. So these two options at the last is just for the searching and the viewing purpose, that is employee search for searching of the employee details and employee payslips to search the department wise payslips. Mr. Santosh, I'm not sure whether you can upload the payslips data from Tally exported Excels. I think to import the data, you have to use a CSV file because our applications support CSV files more than Excel files. So you have to download the CSV files, enter the data into it, and then upload the data into the application using the CSV file. We do not support the Excel files. that is uploaded from the Tally. I'm not too much sure about this, whether it have been checked it or not. If you have any doubt, you can mail to confirm the same. You can mail to our support team. Okay, I'm moving forward with the next module. That is, already we have completed 3 sections. That is the main modules. Yes, sure. I will give. I will explain. Try to explain in details about the timetable section. Thank you. And I'm moving forward. Sorry for the interruption. And the first, as I said, that is the setting session, admission, student details, and the human resource. These are the main 4 setting modules in the application. Next come our usual core modules like manage users, manage news, examination, timetable, attendance, and the last finance sections. So the first one, manage users. This option is available for the admin, where the admin can create, edit the roles of different users. Like consider if in a case, if the admin want to change the password for a student, he can change it. Like go for the option view all, select the role student, select the batch, and if it is this student, go for the option view profile, and now you can see an option where you can change the password for, where the admin can change the password for the student. Or else consider if the admin want to edit the role or set the privilege for any employee, select the department and select the employees, and you will directly get an option to view his profiles or to change his password or to edit the privilege assigned to this particular employee. So this option is available only for the admin, and also if he want to create a new admin to this user who can see all the different modules, he can go for the option add new and create a new admin to this application. So this is the benefit of manage user, that is the admin can manage the accounts of all the users in the application. Next one, manage news. This is the option from where the students can, the employee admin can announce the school news, etc. Consider if an admin want to add a new news. Sure, I will just show you an example. Before creating a news, I will just show you how I can create a new admin. Go for the option add new, give a username, So this is how it can create a new username. A new admin. That is now this the new admin can log in using the username admin2 and the password admin2123. The admin too have almost the same privileges, but he will be limited to the add-on modules. That is, he can view the different all the modules in the application, but there will be few options like editing of the groups, editing of the discussion sections. That is, he will be refrained from managing the add-on modules, but he can do the admission module. He will be getting all the access to the different modules right from the admissions to the finance management. But in few options like in the admissions, in managing the add-on modules, he will be refrained from certain options. Other all of modules will be available for the admin 2 or the new admin created to the institution. He will be getting all the privileges to the core modules, but for the add-on modules, he will be getting a few refrain. Yes, sure. I will just log in as admin 2. So this is the Fedena master. You can see all. A new admin, he will be getting the all without assigning any new privileges or setting any privileges for this particular admin. He will be getting the control over all the modules. But in some modules, like under the add-on modules, he will be refrain the activities like editing the options and creating a new groups. He will be not available to manage the new groups, etc. Else, from the admission module all the core modules like from admission to finance section, he will be getting all the controls. We are working on it, that is upgradation of the new admin to the add-on modules. Once it is released, we will be notified of the same. And now I'll move forward with manage news. So I was explaining how you can create a new news. Go for the option add, create the title, give a content, and then save it. So once you publish the news, the other users like students, parents or employees can leave a comment and submit their comments. So also the latest free news announced by the admin will be available on the dashboard. You can see on the top of the dashboard the latest free news will be announced. This is the view for same view for the students, employees and parents. Whenever an employee or parent or student log into his account, he can see the latest free news available on the dashboard. In the next one, that is an examination section. The examination section is to conduct the examination for different batches, to enter the results, publish the results, etc. So the first one, that is a setting section. That is usually before giving an examination, the first one we have to do is set the grading levels. That is what is the different types of grades, what is the person minimum score he should score to get that particular grade, its descriptions, etc. You can either set it as common, or else if you want to create a particular grade subset for a particular batch, you can select the batch and then add grades for it. This is a similar case in setting of the ranking levels. Ranking levels means consider the different types of ranking levels like passed, referred, or failed. That is, if he scores 50% of marks in two subjects, he will be passed. If he score one subject below 50%, he will be failed. So if you want to set the different types of ranking levels, you can set the ranking levels, that is, give the name, how many subjects, what is the percentage of marks he should score, whether it should be upper level or lower level limit, etc. You can set it. And the class designation means towards the end of the academic year, if he scored 80%, he will be assigned the first class. If he score 80%, he will be scoring distinction marks, or else if it is a percentage, his total aggregate is 65%, it will be first class. So if you want to give the class designation, you can give the class designations here. And CC setting means mainly this is for the Indian institutions, and it also mainly comes as a plugin module because it is not usually used worldwide, but it is used for the Indian schools who manages a CC or who follows the CBSE settings. In that case, you can go for the option CC settings, or else the mainly mainly we follow a normal grading system, which we want the settings of the grading levels. So once we have made the setting, that is set the grading levels, ranking levels, and class designations, next one we can see how we can create an examination for a particular batch. Go for the examination management, select a course. For now, I'll just select the course that is consider the Bachelor of Chemistry first year. Just click on the batch name and go for the option new and give the examination name. Let it be maybe unit test 1. You can give the examination type, examination or marks, grades or marks and grades. Save it. What is the maximum mark, minimum mark, etc. Start date, end date, etc. And in some cases, if you don't want to create examination, you can go for the option do not create exam and then save it. And once you have given the schedule the examination, next step you have to publish the exam schedule. What you have to do is just click on the publishing of the exam schedule so that the students will be notified about the same. That is, if the SMS systems is enabled, the students will be notified about the same through SMS, or else they will be getting a message to the system. That is, under the option messages, they will be notified in messages or a notification from messaging system of the application. So consider the examination schedule was done, and now it's time to enter the marks for the examination. We can see how we can enter the marks for the examination. Just click on the examination name and you can see the subjects. And now if you want to enter the marks for this particular subject, click on the subject and you can enter the marks here. You just need to enter the marks, whether it is marks and then save it. The grade will be automatically calculated by the system. Yeah, students, notified means SMS will be the examination schedule have been published. Check the account for the timings, etc. Or else if it is internal messages means they will be notified through the internal messages about the timings of the examination. Also, The other method where here the student can check the examination details is if I go for the calendar, I can get a blue mark. See, this blue marks indicate there is an examination on this particular day, and you can see a start time and end time. So this is a three ways where the students can check the exam schedule details. Yeah, the parents will be also notified about the examinations. If the enabling of the SMS is means setting of SMS is enabled for the parents also, the parents will be notified about the same. Okay, I'm moving forward. That is, I just enter the marks, and now it's a time. Once I entered the marks, next the next step is to publish the exam results. So I have an option that is publish exam results. Here also the same. Once the examination results is published, the students and the parents will be notified about it. That is, students once the student get the SMS, they can go to his profile, go to the option reports and check the examination reports from there. Or else, that is, if the particular student want to check what is the marks he scored, just give the name. And go for the option reports and unit test 1, and you can see what is the mark he obtained, what is the grade, and also a small graphical representation about the class average and this mark. So this is how the student, means once they receive an SMS, he can log into his system and check his report. Not the admin, that is, particular teachers will be assigned. That is, as I said, the student means the teacher who is managing that particular subject will get control of the subject. That is, now that employee can mark the marks for that particular subject. He will be logged in. I will show you. That is considered. I will log in as an employee and show you. See, I have an option examination here. So I have to enter the marks for chemistry. So I can come here and enter the marks for the students. So once the employee have entered all the marks, now the admin will be publishing the exam results. He can, or whoever is given the examination control will be publishing the exam results. So once the examination results are published, the student and the parents will be notified through SMS about the examination result publishment, so that the employees and the parents and the student can log into their account and check the report or the examination result. And this is the way from where the students or the employee can take the report. If the admin want, that is, if the admin want to publish the whole results for the batch, what he can do is go for the examination, go for the report center and exam one's report, go for this option, select the batch, select the exam group, that is unit test 1, and go for the option view, and this is per student. Or else, if you want to get all the reports of the students in a particular batch in one page, go for the option consolidate report. He will get the list of all the students, his marks and his percentage, and he can take the PDF reports. And the other one, that is an online exam, that is consider if you want to get a more generated reports like using the class designation, you can generate the report and then go for the option report sender, or else you have one more option, that is online examination. Actually this comes as an add-on module or a plugin for the application under the examination section. This will be explained tomorrow under the add-on module training. For now, this is how the examinations are done. That is, first you have to set the grading levels. Next, you have to go and create the examination, publish it, and the score, publish the results. So this is how you can check the different types of examinations using the module exam management. Yeah, we have an option, that is custom import module, where you can upload the students, means the manual way it is difficult for the employee to enter the marks. We also support the CSV file where you can upload the student marks to the application using the option custom imports. You can generate the reports using this application, which that is examination. You can create reports using the examination that is created under this particular subjects. And to upload the student marks, what you have to do is just we have an option, that is custom import, a plugin known as custom import. Using the custom import module, you can upload the student marks to the application. The teachers need not enter the marks to the application. He can enter the marks of all the students of the different subjects to the CSV files and then import that data into the application using the custom import modules. And also you have a printing option, that is PDF reports can be generated for every examination results. For online examinations, you can clarify the doubts of an online examination tomorrow. That is, more detailed explanation on online examination will be conducted tomorrow. For now, if I give an explanation for the online exam, it will be confusing. Sorry for the same. Yeah, we can add the results for a list of students. The teachers need not search for the student, just all the student in that particular batch will be listed. You have to enter the marks. The teachers need not search for the student. We can add the results for the list of students under a particular batch. About the mark sheet printing, as I said, that is, if I go for the option examinize report, and for now the option available for the printing is consolidated report, go for the option consolidated report. As I said, all the students will be listed here. For now, there is only one student. That is why I explained you how we can enter the marks for that particular student. Or else if there is a 30 student, all the students will be listed here. And then you have an option PDF report. Go for the option PDF report. You can get it. That is, and then you have to publish this. That is Bachelor History Unit Test 1, name, the marks and the percentage. I can print this. For now, this is the option available in the application from where you can print the exam results. And next one, I'm moving forward with the timetable section. No, for now there is no option to send the examination results through internet email. The students or the parents have to check the accounts to know the results. We won't, there is no option that is the results will be sent through emails. No, there is no options. Only the notification will be sent. As I said, that is the such and such examination results are published. Then they need to come, log into their account and view the results. The results won't be sent via internet email. Thank you. I'm moving forward with the timetable section. So you can see the different options available in the timetable section. That is create weekdays, setting up the class timings and work allotment, creating of the timetables, editing of timetables, and 3 view option, that is view timetables, view teachers timetable and view institutional timetable. So the first one, we have to do is the weekday settings. That is, if I go for the option weekdays, we can say, set which all weekdays the institution is going to function. That is consider, maybe you can set as common. That is, usually the all institution have Monday to Saturday classes. So if it is common, you can set it as common. For else, consider BSc chemistry don't have Monday to Saturday classes. They have classes only on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. You can set it so. So this is the setting of the weekdays. You can set the weekdays either as common or batch wise. And save it. And after setting of the weekdays, the next step is to set the class timings. To set the class timings, here also we can set the class timing either as common or else if the class timing is different for this particular batch, you can set a different class timing for the different batch, or else if it is common for all the batches, you can create the common class timings. And after setting the weekdays and the class timing, these are the two important things. And you have a small option that is a work allotment. This is a chart where you can see so many options. The currently assigned teachers to different subjects. That is, this particular batch in this subject is assigned to these particular teachers. From a single chart, you can see the various subject association to different subject to different batches. And on the right side, we can see how many periods have been remaining, how many hours of classes is remaining. It's already deficient for different employees on the right side. Two remaining means 2 more hours is left for Mr. Mithun, or for Hinsha 24 hours classes is still remaining, is not allotted for Hinsha. Okay means it is already the available number of classes is assigned to that particular employee. 12 deficient means already this particular employee is taking 12 hours of classes extra. So you can directly means you can have a view of all the employees or subject association using the option work allotment. And after setting the weekdays and class timings, the next time you have to do is setting up the timetable. And here what you have to note is that towards the starting of the academic year, that is from 2013 to 2014, you will be creating a timetable. Inside that, you can create as many timetables for different batches. That is, consider if you want to create a new batch from maybe to the August. You can go and save it. So you can create a timetable structure from 8th to 20th. So yeah, actually there are so many other timetables created for the other dates. This is why I gone for the August to the next August. Or else if it is in your case, you can create a timetable structure starting from July 2013 to 2014 and create timetables under that particular timetable structure. You can edit this timetable as for consider this timetable is valid from August 2nd to August 20th. You can edit and delete this timetable because it is not already passed. Or else consider you created a timetable for last April to last May and the dates are already passed. You can no more edit or delete that particular timetable structure. And once you have created the timetable structure, next you have to select the batch and you will get the timetables sorted according to the time class timings and according to the weekdays. As we had selected the 3 weekdays, that is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for this particular batch, only Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday will be shown. And now select the subject, that is consider if I want to assign these 3 hours for this particular subject, that is chemistry basics, who is assigned under Mr. Farooq. So consider if I want to assign these 3-4 subject hours to this particular employee, just click on the 4 boxes and drag the employee to any one of the column. So these 4 columns will be automatically assigned to that particular subject. In case if I want to remove any column, I will have to just click on the red button and I can remove the entry. So this is how the timetable can be created. Keep in mind that you have to give a start date and end date. Usually if the start date is past, that is if the start date was April or May 1st, which is already passed, you can no more edit the start date. But if the end date is not passed, you can edit the end date. And once a timetable structure is created, you can create the timetables for different batches under that particular structure. That is, just go and select the batch and then select the subject, pick the columns for you where you have to enter the class hours and drag any one of the subject teachers to any one of the columns to assign it. It depends upon it, like while creating the timetables, as I showed you, while creating the timetables, you can choose a date. That is, for now, it is like date, month and year. Month and year. This is doesn't do not follow the US format. This is date, month and year. And next one, the timetable section is once you have created the timetable section, if you want to edit the timetable, that is, consider if you want to edit the timetable, you can go for the edit entries here and select the batch, and if you want to remove or add a new class entry, you can do it and edit the same. Or else if you want to view the timetable, now if you want to view the timetables for a class, go for the option, select the timetable, if it is, and select the batch. And if you want to print it, go for the option print report, PDF report, and then get the timetable. That is, consider if I want to take the printout of this timetable, go for the PDF report and you will get it, and then you can take the PDF report of the same. Or else if you want to see the teacher's timetable for a particular period, you can see what is it, which all subjects have been assigned to which all teachers, etc. for different types of timetable structures. And the last option, the timetable, is institutional timetable. That is, consider if you want to see the timetable entry for any particular batch. You can see this is a timetable entry for the particular batch. That is, for a particular day, you can view the timetable for all the batches. That is, for now there is no timetable created for the listed subject. That is why it is showing blank. Or else if the timetable is created for all the batches, you can get the timetable for a particular day for all the batches in that particular institution. No, for now there is no weekly timetables. So this is how the timetables is done. As I said, first one we have to set the create the weekdays. Next you have to set the class timing, and then create the class timetable structure, and then you can create the timetables. After that, if you want to edit, you can edit the timetable. And the last three options, that is view timetables, teachers timetable, and the institutional timetable, are for viewing purpose. So after creating the timetables, the next one is the attendance. This attendance is usually for the attendance register of the student. Go for the option attendance register, and for now just I'll just go for the subject. So you can see, as the timetable is created for this particular subject from August, you can see the timetables is generated, sorry, the attendance register is generated from August. And these sub means attendance register will be sorted using the timetable. That is, from the classes usually is from Monday to Wednesday for that particular batch. So that is why it is showing Monday 2 hours are there for that particular subject. So Monday 2 hours, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday 2 hours, Tuesday, Wednesday till 20th. So the timetable, the attendance register of the students will be sorted according to the timetables that is created for that particular batch. And this is the same that is considered if the student is absent on any particular day. Click on the date and give the reason and add it. Or else if you want to delete the entry, just click on it again and then delete the entry. So this is how the student, if the student have already notified about the leave on that particular day, the admin can mark it, or admin or the class tutor or the subject tutor can mark it. Or else if you want to delete it, he can. Sorry, I mean actually there is we have to provide it. Like consider. I understand your doubt. That is, if I click on it, if I don't add it, still I cannot save it because reason can be blank. We have to provide a reason he is absent and then add. Only then it will be automatically entered, or we cannot add the absence for the employee, sorry, absence for the student without a reason. If it is not marked as absent, then it is considered to be present. So we not mark the presence of the student, only mark the absence of the student to calculate the attendance report. And once the attendance register is done, next is the attendance report. That is, if I want to get the attendance report of this particular subject, that is all subject, overall, for now means actually the timetable is created for August, so that is why it is showing 0. For now, just wait. So you can see, sorry, this is for another batch. This will be the attendance report. Consider this student is having only 97%. So if I want to check which day he was absent, I will just click on the name and I can see that this student was absent on 4th, the student was absent and the reason was sick. So this is how we can get the student's leave history. And also we can get the report, like if you want to check reports for all the students overall, I can take the PDF reports given and publish it. If I want to publish this result, I can publish it. Or else if I want filter who scored 100, I can filter and get the reports given. So now we have gone through the two important modules, that is a timetable and attendance, and last one is the finance section. The finance section, as I said, mainly consists of the three types, that is the fees, the payslip approval, and the transaction reports. So the first one, I will go into the fees section. For the creating, first I will explain you how the fees is managed in our application. First, the fees will be created, and next the fee collection dates are announced, and then the students and the fees is collected from the student. So this is the main three steps we follow in the fees management in the application. So the first one, I will show you how we can create different types of fees for different batches. Go for the option create fees. We have three options, that is creating of the categories, creating of the particulars, and creating of the discounts. So the first one, I will go for creating of the categories. That is I will just select, this is the master category, that's fees BSc Chemistry for BSc Chemistry, and then save it. Or else if it is fees for any other batch, I can select it too and then save it. And after that, I will create particulars, that is considered as a tuition fees. It is for general categories of students. I can create the general categories. It is the fees for BSc Chemistry first year, and then create it. We can create as many of particulars, like whether it is book fees, can create it. So we can create as many of particulars under a particular master categories. And now the last option, that is a creating of the discounts. Our application allows you to create three types of discount. That is a batch discount, that is if you want to give any discount for a particular batch, you can give the particular batch discount. Or else if it is for a students categories, consider the physically handicapped students category needs discounts in the fees, you can create the discounts for the student category. Or else if it is for a particular student, that is a particular student have been given some concession or some discounts, you can create the discount for that particular student. What you have to do is just give the student, give the name, select the course, select the batch, fees category, the admission number, discount amount or percentage, whatever. If it is amount, you can select as amount, or as a percentage, you can set as percentage, and then create, so that the fee discounts will be created. So once you set the fees, that is first you created the categories, next you created you enter the particulars, next you create the discounts. Once you have set the fees, the next step you have to do is creating of the fee collection dates. That is, the fees can be collected from this period to this period. For that, go for the option create fee collection, go for the select category, select the batch, give the collection name, let it be first term collection or something. So enter the start date, from which date the fees can be collected. Maybe it is from 9th to 31st. That is a due date. That is, after this date, you can collect a fine amount from the student. So you can set a due date and then create it. So now the fee collection is created. Here again the same, the student will be notified through the internal messages. Also from the calendar they can see a red mark. If this red mark means there is a few collection, that is few first term collection due date is on 30th. So the student have to submit the fees before 30th. And after the fee collection dates are notified, once the student is and once the fees is next step, we have to submit the fee, collect the fees from the student. For that, go for the option fee submission. That is, we can collect the fee submission either from the course or from each student wise. So if the fees is to be collected from the course, go for the option fee submission by course. Select the course, select the fee collection dates, and you can see a page where you can see the details of the student particulars, that is tuition fees, book fees, his concessions, total discounts, total fees, etc. So once the student has come with the fees, he can pay the fees, and now we can have the print receipt. If you want to print the receipt, you can print the receipts. So that if you want to go for the next student, go for the next student using the arrow mark on the side. For now, there is only one student in this particular batch, so that only I can collect the student fees from this particular student in this particular batch. So this is how it is done. That is, first you have to create the fees master categories, add particulars into it. If you want to add discounts, you can add discounts. And next you have to create the fee collection dates. Now the fee collection dates, during the fee collection date, the students will come with the fees, so it can be collected for using the option fee submission. And if I go for the option students categories, if I check the students profile, I have an option fees here, that is first term collection has paid. So I can get, so once the student's parents, whoever check it, whether the student have paid the fees, I can just click it and see which day the payment was done, how many accepted then, how many amount is to be paid, etc. So from here, I can get into the student's fees details from the student's profile. To check it, we have an option in the finance section, that is in the fees section. We have fee defaulters here. So if I select the course, that is Bachelor of Chemistry first, if I select the batch and select the collection date, I can see how many students there is having paid the fees, how many students have paid the fees. I will get the list. For now, I had only one student. He had already paid the fees. That is why there is no defaulters, or else I can see which all students have not. Those students who didn't pay the fees will be listed under this. And the next two option, that is fee structure, means if an admin want to see what is the fees collected from any student, he can go for the option search the student and then see what is the fees collected from the student. And fee import and instance fees, actually these two comes as the add-on modules or plugin under the finance section. These two options, that is fee imports and instance fees, will be discussed tomorrow. So this is about the fees. Yeah, sure. That is, if I want to see what is the fees collected from a student, Mr. Jitan, I can go for the option student. When you fee collection, that is first term collection, and I can see this is the fees collected from the student during the start date and due date with these particulars, with these concessions, what is the total fees, total discounts, etc. So this is how fee structure, where the admin can see what is the fees collected from a particular student for a particular collection. And in the finance section, the next one is the category. Actually, this is like if you want to create any new finance categories. Like for now, you already have donation fees, hostels and fees, inventory module as the finance category. In case if you want to add a new finance categories like income, fine, students funds, or etc. Consider if you want to add a new categories like fund. Just come as an income and then create. So now you can create as many finance categories if you want, that is students income, students funds, etc. So this is a option where you can create the categories. And next one, donation. And if in school, if you have any donations, you can enter the donors details. Let it be Karthik. He gave for school development. He gave it for, and if this is the donor, he can I can enter the details and that add, and also print receipt. That is, he has given, I can print the receipts and give him. Or else if I want to check who is the donor details, I can go for the option donors. I can get the list of donors who have already paid or who have already made the donations to the institution. And next one, payslip. As I said, we have already seen the first section, that is creation of the payslips from the HR. So now it is the next step, that is approval of the payslips. Here also there are two steps, that is we can approve the payslips individually, that is for each employee, or else we can have one-click approval for all the employees. Consider if I want to go for individual employee payslips, go for the option view payslips, select department and select the month and go for the option view. And I can see this is pending, that is for Mr. Farooq it is pending. So I will go for and view the option view. Here I can see what is the salary. In case if it is everything is fine, I can go for the option approve. Or else if I see that is something was added or something isn't added for this particular employee, I can reject it. Okay, or else if it is to be approved, I can go for the option approve and then click OK. Or else give it. So this is how is the manual way of approving the payslips. Or else we have another way, that is one-click payslip approval. That is if everything is fine and okay for all the employees, I can just select the month and directly approve. That is if I approve, the employee payslips will be approved for all the employees for that particular month in the institution. Okay, so this is the second part of the payslip management, what I have done. And the next one, that is assets and liability management. That is, if consider the school have any different type of asset or different types of liabilities, I can enter it here. You mean the payslips? Yes, it can be printed. And if I want to add any assets, just go for the option create and then give an asset, that is this is the asset for the institution. So maybe it is saved it. And well, if it's a liabilities, yeah, I can create any different liabilities here. The benefit of creating the liabilities and assets is that these two, whatever entries you have made under the assets and liabilities won't be shown under the transaction reports of the institution, because actually assets and liabilities is personally managed or it is management decision. So assets and liabilities won't be shown. You can have any, make any entries into it. And then you have the automatic transaction. This is the case, like consider if you want to automatically transact 2% of donation to tax, or else 5% means 5% of students fund to tax or something. You can create here. So whenever you add any amount to the tax or students fund, its 5% will be automatically calculated from the system and transferred to the tax as an expense. As we all know, tax is always done as an expense for the institution. So in case if you add any amount under the students fund, 5% of that amount will be automatically calculated by the system and made as an expense under the label tax. So this is the automatic transaction. And next one, that is a transactions. Under this you can see 4 options, that is add expense, add income, reports and compare transactions. That is, if consider if the institution met with any expense, the admin can add the expense in here. Or else if the school had some income from other institution or some other outsources, he can add the income here. And the next one, that is a report, that is if the admin want to see what was the transaction that happened from January 1st to this present date or etc. Just give the start date and end date and go for the option display reports, and you can get the whole display reports. Also you can get a small graphical representation showing the amounts, the transaction details, whether it is a salary, whether it is an income, and a grand total, whether the expenses, number of expenses, number of incomes, etc. you can see. Or else if you want to see what was the salary accounts in details, click on the salary accounts. You can get more details about different accounts by clicking on the accounts. Or else if it is you want to see what is more detailed in the primary department, go for the primary department and you can see more details. This is the same in case of fees. That is, if you want to see, check out what is the fees account, you can go for and check it, what was the fees, etc. So you can get more detailed view about it and a small graphical representation about the same, about all the transaction that happened between the institution, between the start date and end date you had just entered. And also the other types of transactions is that compare transaction. That is, consider if you want to compare the transaction between 2 periods, that is last year and this present year, you can give the start date and end date and compare and get the report. So these are the different options available in the finance section as well. And these 10 modules are actually the core modules of the application. This is the overview of the admin, and I've shown you how you can enter log in as a student. That is just log in using the name, and you can log in as a student. You can see the 3 messages that is already done. That is, examination was scheduled, unit test 1 have been published. Please check your calendar for more details. It will be shown. If it is the case of results publishment, unit test 1 results have been published. Please view your reports for the results. Or else fee submission date. Fee submission for has been published. The start date and end date and due date. Check your fee structure. So you'll be getting the different types of notification through the messages. And else if you want to check the timetable, you can check the timetables. Or else if it is for academics, you can check the academic reports, etc. Or also, and this is the students accounts. Let me log in as a parents. That is, as I said, you have to enter a P and HIT 004 and PHIT004123 will be the password. So here is this parents login. Yeah, we can do the internal communications. That is, for now I'll just explain you. This is the the parents login. Consider if the parent wants to change the password, you just click on the name on the right top and you will get a link where you can change the password. This is for for all the users. Consider this particular parent don't know English and want to change the language. He can come here, click on the name and check the language and change the language. But the default language, once he log out, again the language will be changed to the default that is set by the admin. Yeah, we can post the student's picture. Actually, it comes under the gallery module where you can post the student's picture. Actually, a gallery is an add-on module which will be discussed tomorrow. And consider I will just again enter as an employee. This is an employee. So consider if I want to internally message is pass a command to a student, or what I have to do is just go for the option create, and if I want to give a command for this particular employee, what we do in this present application is just select the recipients, give the and then post it. This is how the internal messaging, this can be done to any users, whether it is a student, whether it is a staff. Students can send messages to their staff, staff can send student messages to the student. So this is the internal messaging system available in the application for now. And in the employees login, we have a special module known as leave module. As I said, we will see how we can apply for the employees leave. That is considered I want this particular employee want to leave from 13th to 14th. Okay, he has some personal functions or something. This is how you can apply for the leave, and then go for the option create. So the leave application will be created and now forwarded to the admin. Sorry, his reporting manager. When his reporting manager log into his account, he can see a new application, leave application from this particular employee. He can reject or deny the same or approve the same. To reject it, I will show you. This is how to approve it. Actually, the reporting manager of that particular employee was admin. If I go for the admins and if I go for the view profile, see, I have an option who leaves here. This shows that Farooq has applied for a leave from 13th to 14th, and the spending leaves is personal function. If I want to approve, I can approve, or reject. If I want to approve, click for approve and give a command with this, or else it with the loss of the, you can give it. So this is leave is approved for Farooq from this and this. And if you check the attendance register of that particular employee, you can see it is already marked. That is 13th and 14th is already marked because this is approved by the employee. It will be already marked. So this is how the system manages the leave application from the employees. So this is for now. That is today's session, which covers the basic details and core modules of the application. I guess you have followed the session. You could have completed almost all the options available and showed you the different types of features available in the core module sections. If you have a doubt, please you may ask the doubts. This is for the sessions today. Thank you for your cooperation. If you have a doubt, you can please ask the doubts.